Hello and welcome inside Cardines Field in beautiful Newport, Rhode Island. It is the Newport Gulls pregame show on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Tonight we've got a pair of teams sitting atop the Coastal Division as the Newport Gulls were sitting at 18-4, and the best in the NECBL will be taking on the Mystic Schooners, who are 12-8, second place in the division and 5 games back of the Newport Gulls. I'm Quentin Pelzel, and as for these Gulls, it's been a couple days since they last played, but on Sunday they were able to take down the North Shore Navigators by a score of 4-1 behind 6 dominated innings by J.D. Thompson, who did go 6 innings, and he struck out 12, retired the first 11 batters he faced, including striking out the first 9 of the game. As for the Schooners, they're coming off of a 5-2 win against the Ocean State Waves. The Schooners and the Waves, over the last couple weeks, they've been kind of exchanging second and third place in the Coastal Division, and the game tonight against the Gulls is going to go a long way in deciding if this division can be theirs or if the Gulls will be pulling away. Don't go anywhere. We've got interviews with players and coaches, and of course, first pitch right around the corner. You're watching the Newport Gulls pregame show on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Welcome back to the Newport Gulls pregame show. I'm Quentin Pelzel. I'm here with Colton Freeman, outfielder for the Newport Gulls. And Colton, first of all, it's a very hot day today.
Too hot to play.
I want to just know how you're handling the heat and how you're doing.
Yeah, no, trust me, I don't think it was a great idea to schedule a doubleheader after the 4th of July. I don't think anyone's in the right state of mind. And I guess this is just one of the ones where you got to want it, and boy, do I want it.
Well, at least it's not raining, right?
Thank God.
All right. So at least we can agree on that. And so over your last 4 at-bats, you're now 3 for your last 4. It's been a little bit of a slow start for you, but it seems like you're getting a little bit on a hot streak right now. What's been the key to that?
Yeah, what a hot streak, 4 at-bats. But, yeah, I guess when you go 1 for your first 20, I think that's probably something to celebrate. So I was pretty stoked to get back into the swing of things. I got a cheap one last game, a little ground out to the third base, and they got scored a hit. That was free, and I'm happy to keep it going today.
I think something that is contributing to your success of late has been the tee. Whenever I come to the ballpark, you're always on the tee. You're sitting down and then standing up and hitting off the tee. You're doing all these drills that I haven't even seen before in my life. How do they help you out? And just talk to us about your drills that you do on the tee.
Yeah, for sure. I love tees. I love all types of tees. I love baseball tees. I love golf tees. I love to golf. I think golfing helps with my swing too. I love really eccentric ways to get my swing together. Usually just helping myself get into my backside, using parts of my scap to get my swing going. That's usually what I'm doing on the tee before I go into BP.
When's the last time you were out on the golf course swinging the clubs?
It's just simply been too long because we get no off days here when it's sunny out, and when it is sunny out, I want to go to the beach, and I'm hopefully looking forward to a golf day here soon.
Yeah, we got to go out there for sure.
Very fun.
And last question. Whenever I talk to your teammates, they're always talking about Mafia, the bus rides. If you don't know about Mafia, I encourage you to go look it up. It's a great game that all these baseball players like to play, but it seems like you are always the narrator. You are beloved for this game. First off, talk to me about how you developed being such a great narrator for Mafia and how you enjoy it.
Yeah, no, it was off to a slow start, but throughout the years, I've been watching my captains at Dartmouth do it, and now I want to take the lead of producing and developing guys as narrators. So we have a couple midweek guys in Trent and Billy Butler. Both of them are getting their feet wet, and they're doing good things out there. Jake Burley, also another fantastic member of the narrating club. He's doing good. He's getting better every single day. Every time we have a road trip, we're just getting better at the game. And I'm hoping the town can be a little bit better.
And for narrators, who do you think has the best potential looking forward?
I think Billy. If Billy has his wits about him, I think he can do a good job.
All right, well, it's been a pleasure, as always, Colton. Thank you so much and
Thank you so
continued success. That's Colton Freeman, outfielder for the Newport Gulls. We'll be back with more on the Newport Gulls pregame show. Welcome back to the Newport Gulls pregame show. Alongside me is the Newport Gulls pitching coach, Kevin Winterode. And, Coach, I want to talk to you about this pitching staff now. They are the best in the NECBL. They lead the NECBL in ERA. They lead the NECBL in strikeouts. Basically, every category that is important, they lead the NECBL in. How would you describe the pitching staff this year through the first month?
I would say it's pretty talented and pretty deep. Probably the deepest one I've ever had as far as having a number. We've sent any guy out there who's been able to get it done. So depth is a big part of it.
Yeah, I was going to talk to you about that too. Now, 21 pitchers, what I counted on the roster right now, and it seems like every single one of them can go out there and they can just dominate at a point of attack. What's it like being able to just go to anybody and just say, yep, you're up, and just sit back, relax, and watch them dominate?
Different. Not many places I've been have I been able to do that. So this is, like I said, this is probably one of the more talented and certainly the deepest pitching staffs that I've ever had at any level.
And in terms of actual coaching, are you more of kind of the hands-on type of guy in summer ball, or with these players, they have college coaches back, wherever they go to school? Are you more of the hands-off, or are you more kind of hands-on with trying to coach these guys up and changing things in their mechanics?
We're not really changing things. About what we do here in the summer is just kind of tweak things to help them maybe improve a pitch, try a different pitch, but we're not overhauling anybody here. They were pretty good when they came here, and they're going to be just as good when they leave. We're not going to mess with them.
You guys are 18-4 right now. It's been an exciting first month of the season. What's been your favorite part about coaching this team this year?
Well, I think we have a good group of guys. Normally when you have a team this talented, there isn't quite the chemistry. This group, we have talented position players, a number of them. We have talented guys in our pitching staff, and all of them seem to get along. So I think the chemistry of the group has been really fun to be around.
Coach, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. Continued success throughout the year. That's Kevin Winterroad, pitching coach for the Newport Gulls. We'll be back with more on the Newport Gulls pregame show.
Hi, and we're back with the Newport Gulls pregame show. I'm Alexandra Shaw, and we're here with Ryan Andrade. And Ryan, last week you announced that you will be transferring to the University of Pittsburgh for your last 2 years of college. What were the main factors into that decision?
I think I want a little bit more opportunity. Another thing too was after being a native here for so long, I think it's nice to go see other places. And when I visited Pittsburgh, I loved it. I fell in love with the city, and it's a really good place to be for another hopefully year or two. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah, and you said you're a native of Rhode Island, and growing up here and going to school here for your first 2 years, how is that going to differ, and what are you excited to kind of experience out there in Pittsburgh?
I'm definitely excited to live in a city. Here Newport's a very small little city. There's no skyscrapers or anything like that, so I'm excited to see the city. I'm definitely going to miss the ocean, being right by the ocean, the beaches every day, so that's going to be tough. But yeah, I'm excited to be in the city, definitely.
Yeah, and tonight you guys are playing against Mystics, third time this season. How are you feeling going into this game after already playing them twice before?
I'm confident. I know some guys in this team, and I know the Gulls are hot, and we've been hot all year, so I think the Gulls are going to come away with this one tonight.
Yeah, definitely. I hope so too. So good luck, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll be right back with the rest of the Newport Gulls pregame show. Hi, and we're back with the Newport Gulls pregame show. I'm Alexandra Shaw, and we're here with Joe Allen. And Joe, at yesterday's game that ended up getting rained out, you were here early for practice, and at any point during that time, did you think that the game was going to get canceled at all, or were you hopeful that it would still go on?
Yeah, I was hopeful it was going to go on, but me and Brian were sitting here watching, and we're like, this looks pretty bad. So.
Yeah. And is there any specific drill that you do in a practice before a game like today where you have a doubleheader that you think is the most beneficial?
As a pitcher, it's kind of, you don't know if you're going to throw in the first or the second game. So it's kind of, you got to warm up for both and be ready the whole day.
And the past 2 days, it's been rained out games, so how does it feel coming back to play for tonight?
Yeah, it's awesome. Everyone's excited on the team, and we're all ready to get 2 wins today.
Awesome. Well, good luck tonight, and thank you so much. And we'll be right back with the rest of the Newport Gulls pregame show.
And we are back with the Newport Gulls pregame show on the NECBL Broadcast Network. We got game 1 of a doubleheader today. It's a beautiful day for baseball. You can kind of see some dark spots on the field, but I think we are set to go just in a matter of moments here. So game 1, it's a little bit different. I'll set the stage here, and then we'll talk about the Gulls over the last couple games. But basically, this is a resumption of a suspended game that happened on June 12th. So we'll start in the second inning. The Schooners are up to bat with a runner at first base, and the Gulls are winning 2-1. So we'll set the stage more as we get closer to first pitch. But I'm Quentin Pelza alongside Alexandra Shaw, and we are Very happy to be bringing you this broadcast today between the Newport Gulls and the Mystic Schooners. As you see the umpires at home plate, the managers are about to exchange lineup cards. And Alexandra, just want to talk to you about the last time the Gulls were out. It's been a rainy last couple days for the Gulls, but on Sunday they were able to get a win against the Navigators. They won that game 4-1. J.D. Thompson was great on the mound, but it's just good to get back in the win column if you're the Gulls.
Yeah, definitely. I think that they played well against the Navigators on Sunday, and like in comparison to that game that they had the week before, that was like not a long game, but a short game that took a long time to kind of like get put into play. So I think that they kind of did a little bit of a better job getting kind of on the scoreboard more towards the start of the game in their game on Sunday than in the previous week.
No, for sure. And it's been a couple days now since the Gulls have played. Do you think that is going to play any factor in this game at all in terms of just trying to get back into the swing of things? Or maybe do you think rust might play a factor in this game?
I mean, I think they're ready. I know that there's a couple of the guys here before yesterday's game that got rained out, and they were, even when it started to rain, they were still practicing, still kind of like going for it. And I was talking to Joe Allen earlier, and he said that he's like ready to be back, and he thinks that they're going to win tonight. So.
And just lastly here, it is a very hot day in Newport.
It is,
it's pushing, what is it, pushing 85, 90 degrees right now? It's even.
I would say it's 85 today,
85, and it feels even hotter just because of the humidity. We got so much rain over the last couple days. We got a ton of rain yesterday, and it just feels very humid, very hot, by far the hottest game that the Gulls will play. Not sure about the Schooners, but for the Gulls at least, I mean, by far the hottest game. How do you think the Gulls will respond to that, and what type of measures do you think the Gulls need to take here in order to get through this game today?
I mean, I think that they're used to it at this point, just like playing in different types of weather. They've definitely adjusted to like how you have to be as an athlete in that kind of situation. The basic answer would just be like for them to kind of stay hydrated and kind of stuff like that. But I don't know. I think they'll be good for today.
And yesterday they had a scheduled game against the Bethesda Big Train, and we got here. I don't know what time do we normally get here? Like 4, like around that time, and it just started downpouring. But look at the field. I mean, the field looks great.
It looks beautiful.
I was surprised to see. I was like, is this the same field that we were at yesterday? Because even though there are some dark spots along the infield, you can kind of see the third base side. There's some dark spots there, of course. Just probably a ton of puddles getting to the ballpark this morning. But the sun, soaking it up and drying it up, that's got to be great.
If you put like the two pictures from yesterday in comparison to today, like you would never think that it happened within the last 2 days, but it looks great now.
No, exactly. I saw waterfalls over on the walkway where all the fans sit, and then the tarp was just covered in rain. There were puddles in the outfield. It wasn't
even a puddle. It was like a whole river at that point yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, it was a small lake, honestly, that was accumulating out in the outfield. But we are so happy to be playing baseball today, and for the Gulls, it's just got to be great for them to get back out there after 2 days of not playing. But at the same time, the Gulls were in this stretch where they were playing 11 games in 10 days. This is the final 2 games of that stretch. But, of course, now you got some off days mixed in between there. It's just last couple days it's been good for the Gulls to reset and, get fresh again, right?
Definitely. I definitely agree with that, yeah.
So it looks like we're just about ready to go as you see the home plate umpires talking with the Mystic Schooners head coach. Lineups have been exchanged, and the lineups are basically going to be the same as the game on June 12th. Now, with these lineups, there are obviously a number of changes, a number of players that are not on the team anymore, and these players have to adjust. But it looks like we are just about ready to go, and I do want to bring in now the play-by-play voice of the Mystic Schooners. That is Andrew Fiore. And Andrew, thank you for being here today. Appreciate that. It's been a while since we've seen you. These two teams have changed a lot. I know for the Schooners, they actually got hot a little bit. They're now second in the Coastal Division. They're 12-8 right now, and they've got some new players that are in the fold. How do you think this Schooners team is going to fare against the Newport Gulls, who have had their number so far this year.
Thank you, Quentin. And I think you're right. We saw each other so much in that first week of the season, and now it's been about a month, and these teams look a little different. The Schooners, as you mentioned, they went on a 6-game win streak about 2 weeks ago, but since then they've been trading wins and losses. They could definitely use some Coastal Division wins as they are 6-6 in division play. They got a big win against the Waves their last time out, but like the Gulls, they've been affected by this rain affecting the region.
Yeah, no, it has been brutal over the past couple days for not only the Gulls, but for really everybody. I mean, I know yesterday there were no games being played in the NECBL, and the day before that there were 2 games that were postponed, including the Gulls. So it's just been tough to get game action. But the last time the Schooners were out there 2 days ago, they were able to take down the Ocean State Waves. And you guys have been going back and forth now in the division, trading 2nd and 3rd place. The Waves have been playing pretty good baseball. You guys have been playing pretty good baseball. What happened in that last game that allowed you guys to get the win?
Well, my theory actually has a lot to do with Ocean State's night before. They got back from the Vineyard for the first time at 2 a.m., coming in for a noon game after the Schooners got rained out. So I think the Schooners had seen the Waves enough times, and they were a bit fresher, and their bats were able to make some noise, which they hadn't been doing much the previous few games. So they were more rested, they reset themselves, and they wanted to beat these guys because the Waves have had their number leading into that game.
And what an opportunity it is for the Schooners today. Yes, they are 5 games back, but we're only halfway through the year. There's still plenty of baseball to play. How important is this game? Not only game 1, but also game 2. I mean, Schooners have a chance here to pull within 3 games of the Gulls after tonight. How important is this for the guys?
Oh, it's huge because we're at a point now where we can already start looking at some playoff matchups, not only within the Coastal Division, but across the league. And I think the Schooners, after losing 2 games to the Gulls and falling behind before this current game was rained out, I think they want to get some blood on the Gulls, because you have to think if the Gulls are going to sweep the Schooners in the season series, that could not bode well, because it's pretty inevitable that these teams might have to meet in the playoffs.
And as you take a look at the Mystic Schooners starting lineup, it's a little bit different than June 12th when these 2 teams played. You got a couple new guys in there. And Andrew, if you want to take us through this new starting lineup here, I know you have at least one new guy in Handle, but take us through this starting lineup here for the Schooners.
Well, everybody who reached base before this game got rained out is now gone, or not playing per se. Anthony Sherwin led off before the rainout, but has been replaced with JT Naviak. Addison Kopak remains in the 2-hole. Michael Handel makes his Schooner debut, taking over for Bobby Marsh, who homered in the first inning before the rain. Then Mike Bello taking over for Anthony DePino, who doubled. DePino still with the club, but just getting some rest at least for game 1. Landon Moran still will be batting 5th, followed by Sam Kirkpatrick and Maddox Delano. That combo right there down the middle remains the same, but Drew Crone replacing Alexander Lucchini, who is no longer with the team, and Matt Brinker will still be behind the plate catching for DeCarlo, who got the start before the rain.
And on the mound for the Gulls, Alexandra, it's someone different than Avon Cabral. Cabral originally got the start, but it'll be Jake Hunter out of the bullpen here, getting the phantom start here for the Gulls.
I think we've seen a lot of great things from him this past season, so I think it's a good choice to have him being first on the mound tonight. So I think it's going to be a good game.
Yeah, and for Jake Hunter, he's had an absolutely extraordinary start to his NECBL campaign. This will be his 3rd appearance. His first 3 appearances were starts, but he did not allow a run in either of those. He pitched against North Adams, Valley, and Sanford, and he went a combined 13 2/3 without giving up a run. He struck out 22 players in that 13 2/3, and he doesn't walk a lot of guys either. He only gives up 5 walks, so expect this guy to be around the plate. He is a strikeout pitcher, and expect him to go, I would say, the bulk of the game. I mean, this is going to be a full 9-inning game, even though we are starting in the top of the 2nd. But I would expect him to go, just about what he's been doing over, his last 2 or 3 starts, going at least 5 innings. So
I was going to say 6. I feel like tonight might be a good kind of like
6. That's ambitious, but, he's certainly capable of it, and he's working his way up. And, it is maybe a little bit of a warmer day out, so maybe he has 5 innings, but we'll see. We'll see how he does. And this top of the second inning will start with a runner at first base, and it will not be Alexander Lucchini. It'll be Drew Crone, who is at first replacing Lucchini. And in the outfield for the Gulls, Sam Caliscum in left, Nico Brini in center, Tyler Hare in right. And then left to right on the infield, it'll be Noah Smith, Luke Beckstein, Trent Farquhar, and then Michael Anderson. And then behind the plate for the Gulls will be Brian Brecker. So Brecker getting the start, or not the start, he's just coming in to replace Proto, who originally got the start. The changes for the Gulls in that defensive scheme that I just showed you was Sam Caliscum. He's out in left. He did not get the start, but he is coming in to replace Dakota Jordan, who did start on June 12th. More changes up the middle. Farquhar comes in for Tyler Young. He'll replace him in the 3 spot. Farquhar will be playing second base, and then Luke Beckstein, who started the original game at second, he's at short. So a lot of changes. I know it's a little confusing for everybody at home, but it is the top of the second inning, 2-1, Gulls with the lead. Jake Hunter is on the mound. There are 2 outs. Matt Brinker will come to bat, and then on deck will be the top of the lineup and JT Naviak. And I'm not sure what the holdup is here. The players went out about 5 or 10 minutes ago, and I would imagine here the umpires are probably just making sure everything is sorted out because, I mean, as you guys heard all at home, there were a lot of changes to the original starting lineup, new pitchers, new players, and Brecker finally throws the last warm-up pitch down, and it looks like we're just about set to go as Matt Brinker, the Mystic Schooners catcher, will step to the plate. But top of the second, runner at first, 2 outs, 2-1 Gulls. Michael Anderson had a 2-run shot for the Gulls. And on the other side for the Schooners, Bobby Marsh had a home run for them, but he is not playing in today's game. So I think that was a pretty thorough review. We'll also keep you updated on changes and stuff throughout the game, but Hunter will be working out of the stretch with Drew Crone at first, and we are underway here at Cardines as the first pitch swinging is lifted into left. Right there is Caliscum, and that will do it for the Gulls here in the top of the second. So 1 pitch, and the half inning is over. Middle of the second here at Cardines. It is 2-1, Gulls lead. Gulls coming to bat. You're listening to the NECBL Broadcast Network.
On Sunday, July 23rd, the NECBL's best will head to historic Frazier Field in Lynn, Massachusetts for the 2023 NECBL All-Star Game presented by Metro Credit Union. Don't miss the marquee event of the summer. Visit asg23.necbl.com for more information. The choice of Major League All-Stars is now the official batting gloves of the New England League, Bruce Bolt. Bruce Bolt batting gloves are handmade by skilled craftsmen using 100% real Cabretta leather. The stitching, materials, and unique design make these the best-fitting, most durable batting gloves in baseball. For more information, visit brucebolt.us. That's brucebolt.us. Fans, stay connected by following the New England League on all of our social media channels. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/NECBL. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at the NECBL. And subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. Did you know that the NECBL plays over 40 games in under 2 months? That's a lot of baseball to stay on top of. If you want to make sure you don't miss a thing, sign up for the official NECBL newsletter, providing updates emailed directly to you, highlighting the best of the week that was. Don't miss out. Sign up at necbl.com today. Over.
Welcome back to Cardines Field. Already the bottom of the second inning here in Newport, Rhode Island. Quinton Pelzel, Alexandra Shaw, and Andrew Fiore with you. And on the mound for the Schooners will be actually the guy who pitched for the Schooners when these two teams originally played on June 12th. It'll be Nick DiCarlo. So the right-hander already he's given up 2 runs on a home run by Michael Anderson. and he's also walked Colton Freeman. But other than that, he's still on the mound, and he's going to be looking to kind of get a second chance to start this game for the Schooners.
Yeah, he's got a 5.23 ERA so far on this season, starting 3 games, appearing in 4. And it's been a little bit since he's pitched, but he was the Game 1 starter opening night against the Gulls. And as you mentioned, he got the start before the rain, and they've decided to stick with him.
So we'll see how he does. He works out of the stretch. The first batter he'll face is Luke Beckstein. Beckstein actually the number 7 hitter in the lineup, so it'll be 7, 8, and 9 due up for the Newport Gulls. Luke Beckstein, Brian Brecker, and Noah Smith. DeCarlo now out of the windup. The pitch is going to be a little low, and the count is 2-0 to Beckstein.
Well, we talked about this off air. I think you're going to see both teams try to get as much as they can out of their starters to try to save their bullpens for the night game as well as the next few days.
Yeah, they're going to try to ride these guys as much as possible. Another factor that we also talked about pregame was how hot it is and how humid it is. And that could play a factor in how far these starters do go out there. Maybe they don't go as far as they normally do. But DeCarlo bounces a breaking ball to the plate. It's now 3-1 to Beckstein. Beckstein getting his first at-bat, first official at-bat of the game here in the bottom of the second. Beckstein, a .324 hitter for the Gulls. He's been on fire over the last couple weeks. Pitch is going to be in there for a called strike to Beckstein. And the count is 3-2. Beckstein originally started this game at second base, but he slid over to shortstop for the start of this game. He chokes up on the bat. 3-2 pitch from DeCarlo is going to be low and outside, ball 4. So Beckstein is on for the leadoff walk here in the second inning.
You don't want to walk the leadoff batter in such a short game, especially against a team like the Gulls, who, if they get their way today in both games, they will be the first NECBL team to 20 wins. And they'd like to do it against their divisional rivals and increase their record against the Schooners to 4-0.
And Gulls have had the Schooners number this year. They played 3 times in the first week and a half, these two teams. But the Gulls now trying to flex their muscle as they have won 9 of their last 10 games. And they have been on a hot streak for the better part of a month now. 1-0 is going to be up and in, ball 2.
The Schooners had back-to-back losses against the Waves, but since then they've had back-to-back wins, one of them being against the Waves. So they were going back and forth, win-loss for a bit, and now they've done 2 losses and then 2 wins so far.
That is going to be a low and outside. And the count now 3-0 to Brian Brecker out of Michigan State. Schooners come into this game 12-8 on the season. 3-0. It's going to be on the out. It's going to be outside, actually, ball 4. So Brecker will head down to first. Beckstein to second. That is now 2 straight walks to begin the second. And DeCarlo now, for him, that is 3 walks in this game.
As a pitching staff as a whole, the Schooners came into today with 100 walks, good for 6th in the league. And as a pitching staff, they have not been bad. They are 4th in the league with a 3.26 ERA, and opposing hitters only have a 2.07 average against them. That's 3rd best in the league. And these teams have polar opposite hitting numbers, but the pitching has been there for the Schooners. They've just got to limit the damage when it does happen, just like right now.
There's Kevin Sider up in the bullpen for the Gulls. Not sure if this is going to be him getting ready to come into the game or if this is just a little side bullpen session for the Gulls. I'd imagine he would start in a couple days on Friday, just like he has the past 4 Fridays, but we'll see about that as the mound visit has ended between the entire infield and the Mystic Schooners pitching coach, but that is over. DeCarlo back to the mound, and Noah Smith will be the batter. DiCarlo takes a look at Beckstein, and the pitch is going to be in there for a strike. So nice job by DiCarlo to come back. And Andrew, just more to your point about the Schooners, they have the 4th best pitching staff in all of the NECBL, like you said, and I think that's one of the main reasons why they have a record that they do. I mean, they're 4 games over 500, playing really good baseball. The pitch is going to be in there for a strike. 0-2. They have the worst hitting offense in all of the NECBL, but they're still 4 games over. That just tells you how good this pitching has been, and it tells you how important having good pitching is. Because if you don't have good pitching, it doesn't matter how good your offense is. You're still going to lose a lot of games, as that one is off the fists right back to DiCarlo, and he makes the grab. Runners retreat, 1 away.
And you know what else it tells you? It shows how important those few hits have been for the Schooners. They have been getting their hits at the perfect moments that matter the most. Off the top of my head, the Schooners tend to get about 4 or 5 hits per game, just on average. That's not based on any science, just seeing them every day. But those hits come at moments with runners in scoring position, which they weren't doing in the beginning of the season, and that's why they're above 500, and they're winning a lot of their games while being out-hit.
Sign of a good team, making the most of what you got. Nico Brini is up in the count, 1-0. Already has a double in this game. Double back on June 12th. Right off the left field fence. Is stung down the right field line. That'll be a base hit. Over to get it is the right fielder, Handel. Here comes Beckstein for the plate, and he will make it without a throw as it's cut off. And on at first with an RBI single is Nico Brini, his 2nd hit of the game, and the Gulls now lead 3-1.
And right when DiCarlo was starting to regain his confidence, this is what this Gulls team does to you. If you give them 2 runners on base with no one out, they're going to make you pay, and Brino just did in a very big way.
The United States Air Force Academy and Holly Springs.
Runners at the corners now as Sam Quilisigum will step to the plate. Came in to replace Dakota Jordan, who started this game. So Quilisigum, switch hitter batting left, will take a pitch that is going to go all the way to the backstop. Heading to second is Brini, but staying at third is Brecker. Short backstop behind there. Brecker, I think, making a wise decision to stay at third.
Yeah, most parks that would have scored a run, but this backstop is very close to home, and Brinker was on that too. He sprung up and timed it well so that he was in the perfect position to field the bounce.
Pitch to Quilisigum right down the middle for a called strike. 1-1. Quilisigum, 353 hitter for the Gulls. 1 home run, 11 RBIs. On base percentage of .450. That one is hit hard down the left field line, slicing foul. And it'll be 1-2. There's a look at Brecker at third, reached on a walk. So Brini at second, Brecker at third. The infield is back, so they'll concede a run. Third baseman is actually about even with the bag. 1-2 is hit towards the hole, base hit in the left. Brecker will score. Brini will hold at third as the throw comes into the cutoff man, and Sam Quilisigum with an RBI single. It's now 4-1 Gulls.
Delano was playing right at the lip of the grass where it curls in a bit, and you mentioned how far in he was, and that could have helped him make a play, but he was too close to the bag to really do anything about that. So a very well-placed hit by Quilisigum, and all of a sudden now it's 4-1, and it feels like we just started.
Farquhar takes a pitch high and outside, 1-0. It's been a lightning start for the Newport Gulls. 4 of the first 5 batters of the inning have reached base. 2 walks, 2 hits. Farquhar, left-handed hitter, takes a fastball for a strike, 1-1. Farquhar batting .292 on the season, 2 home runs and 12 RBIs, second on the team in RBIs. Also has scored 12 runs. That is also second on the team. 1-1. That's in there for a strike, 1-2. Cliscomb has some speed at first. Breeny as well at third. Middle infield in double play depth. Outfield straight away against Farquhar. Farquhar with a .924 OPS. Long hold by DiCarlo, the 1-2. There goes Cliscomb, and he is plunked in the back. So Farquhar will head down to first. It has been a nightmare start for DiCarlo here in the second. Bases are loaded. And here comes Michael Anderson, who a few weeks ago when this game first started, he hit a 2-run homer. Still in the lineup, and he's got a chance to do some major damage here with the bases loaded.
It looks like manager Phil Orby is going to come out and make a pitching change here, as he knows that Anderson is a huge threat.
So that will be all for DiCarlo. His outing does not last long. Schooners will go to the bullpen. We'll step aside, and when we come back, we'll go over who the replacement is, and we'll also have the rest of the second inning for you. So stay right here on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Massachusetts for the 2023 NECBL All-Star Game presented by Metro Credit Union. Don't miss the marquee event of the summer. Visit asg23.necbl.com for more information. The choice of Major League All-Stars is now the official batting gloves of the New England League, Bruce Bolt. Bruce Bolt batting gloves are handmade by skilled craftsmen using 100% real Cabretta leather. The stitching, materials, and unique design make these the best-fitting, most durable batting gloves in baseball. For more information, visit brucebolt.us. That's brucebolt.us. Fans, stay connected by following the New England League on all of our social media channels. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/NECBL. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at the NECBL, and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. Did you know that the NECBL plays over 40 games?
And we are back at Cardines Field as the bottom of the second inning continues. New pitcher on the mound for the Schooners will be the lefty Matt Fletcher, making his 5th appearance of the year. He comes in a bases-loaded situation, and the first pitch from the low 3/4 left-hander is going to be outside, 1-0. Last appearance for Fletcher came on June 25th against North Shore. Went 3 2/3, gave up 1 run, and Anderson grounds one to the third baseman, Delina. He'll make the throw to second for 1. On to first, it's a double play, 5-4-3, and somehow the Schooners escape the inning without giving up further damage. What a turn by the middle infield of the Schooners. You see the replay there, and that was just a heck of a throw by Delina, and then Kirkpatrick to first. So well into the third, 4-1 goals. They did score 2 runs in that inning, but they were prevented of further damage. Stay right here on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
The NECBL's Broadcast Network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8, purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule.
On Sunday, July 23rd, the NECBL's best will head to historic Fraser Field in Lynn, Massachusetts for the 2023 NECBL All-Star Game presented by Metro Credit Union. Don't miss the marquee event of the summer. Visit asg23.necbl.com for more information. The choice of Major League All-Stars is now the official batting gloves of the New England League, Bruce Bolt. Bruce Bolt batting gloves are handmade by skilled craftsmen using 100% real Cabretta leather. The stitching, materials, and unique design make these the best fitting.
Welcome back to Cardines Field as we head to the third inning. 4-1 Gulls with the lead. Quinton Pelzel, Alexandra Shaw, and Andrew Fiore with you. Right-handed hitter JT Naviak will step to the plate, and he will take a strike, 0-1. Naviak coming in and replacing Anthony Sherwin, who originally started this game a few weeks back. Hunter back to the mound, and he will deal a strike, 0-2.
Yeah, despite the issues that this Schooner offense have had, Naviak has been one of the more consistent guys for the Schooners team.
Naviak chops one up the middle. It'll be Beckstein throwing on the run, and he gets the out. Nice play by Luke Beckstein, who we've seen play everywhere for this Gulls team on the infield. He plays the majority of his games at second, but we've seen him at third, and we've also seen him at short. So he provides some terrific versatility for manager Frank Holbrook. Making a really nice play there. That'll be Addison Kopak. Right-handed hitter will swing and ground one foul, 0-1.
Yeah, Kopak has been on the Schooners for 3 years now and at the University of Rhode Island as well for 3 years, and he has brought that consistent presence with him to the Schooners this third year. He's been getting the big hits at the big moments. He homered at Keene on ESPN Plus the last road game.
Certainly no stranger to ESPN Plus, as URI games are on ESPN Plus, and really the majority of these college programs stream their games through ESPN Plus. And speaking of ESPN Plus, the Gulls and the Mainers will be streaming on ESPN Plus on Friday. And that
Exciting opportunity.
Swung on and missed strike three. Yeah, I mean, looking forward to it. It's the second time that the Gulls will be streaming from Cardines Field, an ESPN Plus game. The first one was last week with the North Shore Navigators. That went really well, and we're just really happy to be doing this. Terrific opportunity for the NECBL, and we'll see where it goes from there. But game will be at 6:30 on ESPN Plus, just in case you can't find it on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Now stepping to the plate will be Michael Handel. Schooners fans getting to see him for the first time, as that one is low and inside, 2-0.
Yeah, he started this summer season in Falmouth in the Cape Cod League. He played 5 games there with a 1.11 average, but he has a ton of experience starting way back in 2019, one of the few guys in this league you see with pre-COVID experience in college.
And Handel from Stetson University, Garden City, New York, stands at 5'10", 200. So obviously a lot of potential starting your summer in the Cape Cod, probably not getting as many reps as he wanted. So come down here to the NECBL and see what he can do. Draws a walk here for the Schooners. 2-out walk as Hunter deals his first base on balls of the game. That'll be Mike Bello.
Bello out of Auburn has a lot of experience in big moments. He was in the College World Series in Omaha just 2 seasons ago, getting a hit in the lone game there, going 1 for 2. And he came on a bit later, midway through June, but he was making an immediate impact as well.
Yeah, and there are a lot of players that, when this Gulls team faced the Schooners a few weeks back, last time they played, a lot of these players weren't on the team yet, so this is a totally different Mystic Schooners team. Not totally different. I think that's a little bit of a stretch, but there are some new faces on this team. And we'll see. I mean, they've certainly been getting the job done. Schooners on a little bit of a run now as that one is stung into center field. That's going to fall in front of Brini for a base hit. He plays it in as Handel will stop at second. So Mike Bellows singles here, and now after Hunter gets the first 2 outs of the inning, now gives up 2 base runners, and now here comes the tying run to the plate. It'll be Landon Moran.
Well, that hit shows you what Bello is capable of. He's built like a power hitter, and he can be a power hitter, but can also slap those gapper hits that can be trouble for defense, even for the Gulls.
Batter will be Landon Moran, who is already 0 for 1 in this game. 2 outs, 2 runners on. The pitch is on the ground to the right side. Anderson down to a knee, fields it. He'll take it to the bag himself, and that will do it for the Schooners here in the top of the 3rd inning. No runs on 1 hit, 2 left on. Middle of the 3rd here at Cardines. It is the Newport Gulls 4 and the Mystic Schooners 1 on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Back here at Cardines Field, we will head to the bottom of the 3rd. Quinton Pelzel, Alexandra Shaw, and Andrew Fiore with you. As the Gulls will come to bat, it'll be Colton Freeman, Tyler Hare, and Luke Beckstein coming to the plate. 4-1 Gulls. They scored 2 runs in the 2nd. Behind 2 base hits, 2 RBI singles, Nico Brini and Sam Colisigum. Colton Freeman will take a ball outside 2-0. And Freeman swings and misses. Count now 2-1. That one is going to be outside. 3-1 now from Fletcher. Fletcher getting his first full inning of work. And the pitch. Inside ball 4. Freeman will get a nice pace down to first base, but he'll hold there. So 2nd walk of the game for Freeman as he reaches 3rd. And now Tyler Hare will come to the plate.
Well, Fletcher, in both of his seasons at LaSalle, he got 21 walks, and heading into this one only had 3 on the NECBL season. He's more of a strikeout pitcher than a walk pitcher, as he had 82 this past collegiate season. And he could use a strikeout here.
Yeah, it's certainly really refreshing to see pitchers coming in, and all these pitchers have really good talent, really live arms. They all throw hard, but a lot of them, it just seems like they lose control of their pitches, as that one is a pickoff play to first, and Freeman is back. So a lot of these pitchers lack the control, and that's why they're here to work on their game, work on their mechanics. And it's just really good to see a mature pitcher like Fletcher, who does have command of his pitches, who does throw strikes when he wants to. But behind in the count here to Hare, 2-1. 2-1, swing and a miss. 2-2. Hare is best power hitter on the team. 4 home runs for the Gulls. And that one is low and outside. 3-2 to Hare. Gulls just today have walked 3 times. They were also hit by a pitch. Been a lot of base runners so far for the Gulls. Throw to first base, and Freeman is back in. So 3-2 count, nobody out. And the pitch is going to be outside, ball 4. Good at bat by Hare. Already the 4th walk drawn today by the Gulls. 5th overall in the game. And now it'll be Luke Beckstein.
And this inning looking identical to the last one, back-to-back walks to start the inning is not what the Schooners want to see. Like we talked about, both teams were hoping to get long outings from their starters, and that goes the same for Fletcher as well. But when both pitchers are walking the first 2 batters, that's not going to bode well, as this bullpen might end up being tired for the second game.
Yeah, we'll see how that plays out. Freeman at second, and that one is fouled back. And the count is 0-2.
Kind of going off of what you said earlier, just from looking at their body language, it seems like the heat is really getting to them right now, and it kind of shows just through their playing for both teams.
Certainly got to be drinking a lot of water, staying cool. That's the name of the game today, as that one is fouled back to the screen. Still 0-2 on Luke Beckstein. Beckstein walked and scored back in the second. Well, showing bunt on the first pitch by Fletcher. The 0-2 is outside, 1-2. Beckstein has dropped down a bunt this year. Was his only sacrifice on the season. Won't be bunting here. He's choked up on the bat. Fletcher comes set. The 1-2 fouled into the catcher's glove. Strike 3 as Brinker held on, and there is 1 away.
That is the first strikeout for Schooners pitchers since the resumption. And that's a bit out of character for this squad. They do get a lot of strikeouts. They have 176, which is 9th in the league, but not by much. They're not too far behind some of those teams in the middle of the rankings. But Fletcher getting a much-needed one there to put an out on the board.
First pitch to Brecker is in there for a strike, 0-1. It's actually, you say the first strikeout since the resumption. It's actually the first strikeout of the game for Schooners pitching. It tells you how on the Gulls hitters were on June 12th and then at the start of this game. 1-1 to Brecker. A little high above the letters. Count now 2-1. To Brecker, who walked and scored back in the second. Pitch is low. 3-1 to Brecker. On deck, Noah Smith. Fletcher, native of Connecticut, stands at 6'2", 215 from LaSalle. 3-1, that's in there for a strike. It'll be a full count pitch, 1 out here at Cardines. A beautiful day here in Newport. And we certainly needed it after the past couple days getting rain. And that pitch is on the ground to third. Delina has it to second for 1, on to first. Not in time.
That was going to be hard to pull off either way. I don't know if you caught what Delina did, but that flew right up from his glove into his bare hand. Very slickly played by Maddox Delana, but it was going to be impossible to get that around the horn in time.
I think if he doesn't bobble it and Elena just fields that cleanly, I think they get Brecker. But instead, it's a fielder's choice. Out on the play is Hare. Moving to third is Freeman as Smith grounds it off of his foot foul, and he's a little shaken up, 0-1. So 0-1 count now on Noah Smith from Fort Worth, Texas. And he has been on fire his last 4 games. He's on a 4-game hitting streak. And he's raised his average 60 points. Has a home run, 5 runs batted in. Last started 4 days ago against Ocean State and had a home run in that game. It'll be 0-2 now on Smith.
And comparing Fletcher to DiCarlo, despite the 2 walks, Fletcher has more strikes than balls.
Smith strikes out, and that will do it for the Gulls here in the third. No runs on no hits. 2 runners left on. We'll head to the 4th inning here at Cardines. 4-1 Gulls with the lead. You're watching the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Fans, stay connected by following the New England League on all of our social media channels. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/NECBL. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at the NECBL. And subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. Did you know that the NECBL plays over 40 games in under 2 months? That's a lot of baseball to stay on top of. If you want to make sure you don't miss a thing, sign up for the official NECBL newsletter, providing updates emailed directly to you, highlighting the best of the week that was. Don't miss out. Sign up at NECBL.com today. Over 225 NECBL alumni have gone on to play Major League Baseball, including World Series MVPs Jeremy Pena and Steven Strasburg. With 13 teams in 6 scenic New England communities, the NECBL offers the most entertaining and competitive amateur wooden bat summer baseball in the country. Now celebrating over a quarter of a century of excellence, the New England League showcases baseball's brightest stars as they keep their eyes on their dream. For current team information, rosters, and schedules, visit NECBL.com.
Back in Cardines, beautiful day for baseball as we head to the top of the 4th inning. 4-1 Gulls lead. Jake Hunter back to the mound, getting not a technical start, but it's pretty much a start as he'll be looking to go 3-4 innings, maybe even 5 here on this hot day in Newport, as this is the resumption of a game that took place on June 12th. Game that got suspended due to rain. We are resuming it. It'll be a full 9 innings today for Game 1, and then for Game 2, it'll be 7. Quinton Pelza along with Alexandra Shaw, and now I'm going to hand it off to the voice of the Mystic Schooners. That is Andrew Fiore. Andrew, take it away.
Thank you very much, Quinton, and fantastic job on those first few frames. And Sam Kirkpatrick is going to lead off for the Schooners. He homered against Keene. He has 13 hits and 3 runs, 5 runs batted in. Good for a .289 average, and he loves to swing first pitch. So be alert as we start the 4th inning. Does not swing as that one is a bit inside for ball 1. I always describe him as a Jeff McNeil type choke hitter. He will surprise bunt. He will slap oddly placed hits, do just about anything to get on base. He watches a strike there from Hunter, evening the count at 1-1.
Well, that's a pretty good comparison. You can compare it to Jeff McNeil, good contact hitter, guy who you always want up in a situation that you need a hit.
The pitch there is swung on and missed by Kirkpatrick, so it's 1-2 now with nobody out. And well, he is a big contact hitter. Every once in a while, those contact hitters do get homers, and he launched one at Keene. He would love to get that again. Had a phenomenal performance in that game. The Hunter trying to sit him down. He gets one up and inside, 2-2. Back to that Keene game, he had a single for a run, and then a solo shot, and then another single, as well as 2 ridiculous plays at second base on the field. Trying to get something going here. The 2-2. Swung on and missed in the dirt. He's going to run to first, but throwing it in time and getting the out is Becker for out number 1.
Nice stop by Brecker on that breaking ball. That's not easy trying to stop a breaking ball that bounces to the plate, but he did that and then threw a nice throw to first. So good start here to the 4th inning for Hunter.
So up steps Maddox Delana out of UConn. He has had his share of big moments. He got a walk-off sacrifice fly on Father's Day. Takes strike 1 there. He's hitting 108 on the season with 4 hits and 5 runs batted in. But he's been a great presence on defense. We already saw that in the last frame. Hunter deals in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. So Hunter taking over for Avian Cabral. He's only allowed 1 hit, walking 1 and striking out 2 so far. That one is inside for ball 1. But a great performance by the starter, and that continues the trend for Newport, who leads the league in ERA and opposing average. Skips that one in the dirt, however. It's 2-2.
Yeah, they've had a nice hold on that first spot in ERA and strikeouts and opponent batting average for quite some time now. It seems like since the first week, they've been at the top or near the top with pitching. It's carried them all year.
They've been near the top in just about every category, as that one just misses. So Delana fights his way back and makes this a full count. Their opposing hitters are just hitting 186. They've just allowed 127 hits more than halfway through this season, while also having the best batting average for their hitters in the league. The full count pitch is dribbled over to second. Farquhar deals it over to first in time for out number 2.
And I was talking to pitching coach of the Newport Gulls, Kevin Winterode, before the game, and more to your point, Andrew, I mean, he has never been around a team that has this much depth pitching-wise. I mean, they have 21 pitchers on their roster right now, and it seems like all 21 of them, whenever they go out there, they can just dominate at a moment's notice. And it's just amazing, and it's obviously a really good feeling for Winterode to be able to do that.
Up now steps Drew Crone. He is hitting 129 on this year with 4 hits and 2 runs. This kid out of high school was the starting quarterback at Xavier High and the class president. He dribbles that one, and it gets past Beckstein into the outfield for a single. So Drew Crone getting on board there. Good for just the second hit for the Schooners since the rain change. But now it's going to be Matt Brinker who started this resumption with a runner on first and 2 outs. And here we are again, a runner on first and 2 outs, just like how we started. And off goes the runner, Crone. He's going to get in there without a throw. A stolen base for Drew Crone puts a runner in scoring position for the first time today for the Schooners.
4th stolen base of the season for Crone. He runs, and he runs often. Nice job there, trying to get in scoring position.
So it's Matt Brinker, who is hitting 200. He watches one go by his head now for ball 2. He has 4 hits and 19 at-bats, driving in 2 runs. Hunter waits. Looking back the runner, he deals the 2-0. In there for a strike, 2-1. And back to the success of the Gulls. I've seen this team for a long time now, and what baffles my mind is the fact that they have not won a championship in 9 years. They have been consistently excellent for as long as I can remember, and they're still waiting to break what in their eyes is a drought. That one smacked and caught easily by Beckstein to retire the side. But the Schooners get one hit, score none, leave a runner on, no errors. Midway through 4, still 4-1 Newport.
NCBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8, purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule.
On Sunday, July 23rd, the NECBL's best will head to historic Fraser Field in Lynn, Massachusetts for the 2023 NECBL All-Star Game presented by Metro Credit Union. Don't miss the marquee event of the summer. Visit asg23.necbl.com for more information. The choice of Major League All-Stars is now the official batting gloves of the New England League, Bruce Bolt. Bruce Bolt batting gloves are handmade by skilled craftsmen using 100% real Cabretta leather. The stitching, materials, and unique design make these the best-fitting, most durable batting gloves in baseball. For more information, visit brucebolt.us. That's brucebolt.us.
Welcome back to historic Cardines Field as this Coastal Division matchup of the NECBL stands at 4-1 Newport as we head to the home half of the 4th inning. Nico Brini, the leadoff hitter, is going to step in to face Matt Fletcher. He had a double back on June 12th, and now in the resumption, he had a single stolen base and drove in a run. But he takes strike one from Fletcher, 0-1. Fletcher now deals, and that skips up in the dirt for ball one. It's a hot but beautiful day here in Newport. Most of the fans staying in the shade, understandably so. There is a seven-inning second game as that one is driven deep, chasing his handle, and he makes the one-hand grab for out number 1.
Looked like initially off the bat it was going to go a lot further than it did. I think he got it a little more towards the end of the bat, which is the reason why it kind of died out there and left, and Handel made a easy catch there.
Definitely had a lot of momentum off the bat, but died midair and made an easy out for Handel. And that brings up Sam Colissingham, who gets an early first ball. Fletcher now deals to Colissingham, who takes strike one. One's across the board. Fletcher dealing in the dirt for ball 2. Both sides have had their pitchers working very quickly so far in this game. Perhaps to avoid the heat and prepare for game 2, as that's smacked foul by Colissingham for a second strike.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of the mantra for all of these Newport Gulls pitchers. They like to work fast. They like to take the ball, and they don't really think too much. They just take the ball and throw it.
That's chopped foul, so Colissingham stays alive. Fletcher has settled in nicely after the 2 leadoff walks. He struck out 2, hasn't allowed a hit or a run so far, as that one's skied to deep center. Looking up and watching it go is Drew Crone, and Sam Colissingham has the solo homer to make this a 5-1 Gulls lead.
That's a nice shot by Caliscum, his second home run of the season, and his first one kind of looks similar to that. His first one was a grand slam last week, might have even been a couple weeks ago, but he still parked it in that right center field porch over there, and second home run of the season for him.
So a second after I said he hadn't allowed a hit yet, Fletcher allows a hit and a run. And now he has to face Trent Farquhar, one of the most familiar faces here in Newport. But he gets a strike across the plate to get ahead in the count early on. Farquhar hitting .292 with 14 hits and 12 runs. Skies that one over by the street down the third base foul line for strike 2. Fletcher sets and deals in the dirt now for ball 1.
And what's really impressive about Farquhar is that he's had 48 at-bats. He's only struck out 7 times, and he's walked 12.
Takes a big swing and a miss on that one for strike 3. So Fletcher gets another strikeout. That is his third of the afternoon. And that brings up Michael Anderson, who I have seen firsthand at the University of Rhode Island. He has a lot of power, especially for his age, as he takes a strike there. 0-1 the count. Good two-way player over at URI up the road from here as Fletcher gets one outside for ball 1.
And Anderson probably happier than anybody that this game is resuming, because he'll finally, at the conclusion of this game, have that home run on his ledger.
He chops that one right back to the mound. Fletcher gets in, throws the first in time to retire the side. However, a big blast from Newport gets 1 run on the board off of the 1 hit. No errors, none left on. We are through 4 here at Cardines. 5-1 Newport, your score.
First thing Bruce felt was quality, the consistency, knowing that when I take them out, they're going to be the same every time. And the second was to be able to see kids all over the country wearing the gloves that I designed. That's one of the coolest parts of this.
I'm turning dreams into reality. In the lab with the formula and chemistry. Leave memories, spark to motivate and make the industry shake. We put the balls in the place. I'm talking one chance at best, yes. Painting pictures for the culture, keep the brushes fresh. Flip the camera, but the drummer passion never rests. Freedom is a teacher under pressure, now we blessed. Yeah, it's one on, one shot, now the future is yours. Let's go.
PACE is a health plan that lets mom live at home and gives her the care and support she has to have. PACE has been a real lifesaver for her and for me.
Contact PACE, the statewide health plan for aging well at home.
Welcome back to Cardines Field. The solo shot from Calissingham made this a 5-1 game in the bottom of the 4th, but now it's Mystics' turn to answer, starting the 5th inning. And it looks like it's Hunter back on the mound to continue the work he's done. Now facing JT Naviak. We touched on his consistency early on. He has 10 hits and 38 at-bats and 6 RBI, so he's getting those big-time hits. He could use one here, but he takes strike 1 from Hunter, who has had a phenomenal start so far. Hunter deals that one into the opposite batter's box in the dirt for ball 1. Naviak taking over for Anthony Sherwin, who started on June 12th. He watches that one go in the dirt for ball 2. that home run by Collissingham was sent over exactly into the part of the fence that juts into the outfield. As it's 3-1 now to Naviac. But if that was sent just a bit over, say towards center left, I don't know if that would have gone out, but it was definitely had the distance to get over that inner corner that makes Cardines so unique. That's 321, it looks like, from here.
Yeah, it's kind of a short porch out there in right center. A lot of hitters hit it out there.
Paid off for the Gulls, who have a 5-1 lead now. The full count pitch to Naviac is upstairs for ball 4. And Naviac gets aboard with the leadoff walk. That brings up Addison Kopak, another University of Rhode Island Ram. He's playing DH today, but when he's in the field, he could go anywhere. He catches, he plays outfield, he plays infield, he can even pitch here and there. But he's the DH here today, looking for his first hit of the game. Hunter sets and deals, and that's chop foul to the backstop. Naviac, with his third walk of the season, is on first. Kopak had 33 RBI this past season at URI. He had 60 the year before that. So he's able to drive in those runs when it counts. That one hits the top of the zone for a strike. 0-2 to Kopak. Kopak out of Cumberland, Rhode Island. He pitched in the Little League World Series back in 2014. The primetime ESPN game. He's not the only Little League World Series veteran on the team, as there's a check down to first. Jude Abadessa won the Little League World Series back in 2016. So a lot of Williamsport alums on this Schooner squad. Hunter ahead 0-2. He sets, he deals, and that one's up towards Kopak's face. It's 1-2.
Fastball looks like it's coming in a lot harder than 89 miles an hour. It definitely plays a lot faster, has a really good off-speed pitch as well. Trying to put away Kopak.
Hunter with Naviac at first. Winds up and deals. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Hunter with another strikeout. That is his third of the afternoon. And that puts one out on the board for Michael Handel.
Breaking ball from Hunter that got Kopak out in front. Beautiful slider from Hunter. Nice change of speed, too. So gets Kopak way out in front, and a good way to get your third strikeout of the game.
That pitch goes a bit outside for ball 1 to Handel. Again, in his first appearance as a Schooner. There's a throw back to first. Nothing going there. Hunter gets sets and deals. He throws that one a bit outside. Naviac was dancing off of first a bit. We touched on the fact that Handel has a lot of experience under his belt. Fairfield, he played for Albany for 2 years, and Falmouth for a pair of years as well. That's just his summer experience. Off goes the runner, Naviac. The throw over to second is in time for the out. What a dart there from the catcher, Brecker. And there are 2 away now.
Not only was it a good throw by Brecker, but it was a really nice pick at second base by Luke Beckstein. It was the Newport Gulls shortstop. That was a beautiful play all around by the middle of this Newport Gulls defense.
They all have a good rhythm when it comes to like throws like that.
And that one's upstairs for a walk of handle, and that's the second walk of the inning for Hunter, but it's 2 outs and 1 on after the caught stealing. And it's up to Mike Bello to keep this going for Mystic. Hunter checking back the runner at first. It's wind up and pitch. In there for a strike. It's 0-1. Hunter winds up and deals now in the dirt for another ball. It's 1-1. So the Schooners offense, which had been stagnant, had a massive awakening, scoring 7 runs in the first loss to Ocean State this week, then winning 7-1 at Keene. They were able to score enough in the win against Ocean State as well, but they still just have the run from before the rain, as that's blooped into shallow right. Getting there in time is Farquhar to retire the side. So no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on. Midway through 5 here at Cardines, it's 5-1 Newport.
Fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8, purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule.
On Sunday, July 23rd, the NECBL's best will head to historic Frazier Field in Lynn, Massachusetts for the 2023 NECBL All-Star Game presented by Metro Credit Union. Don't miss the marquee event of the summer. Visit asg23.necbl.com for more information.
We are back here at Cardines Field. The grounds crew getting their work in as we get set to start the bottom of the 5th inning. Still 5-1 Newport. Resuming that rain out from June 12th. Mystic coming into this one 12-8, but the Gulls 18-4. Just a ridiculous track record. And they will look today to earn wins number 19 and 20. And it's Colton Freeman leading up for Newport. And he immediately smacks that one through the gap for a base hit. Some more leadoff action for Newport. The 6th hit of the year for Freeman. Gets the leadoff hitter aboard. And now that brings up Tyler Hare.
Number 31, Tyler Hare.
And how about the day for Freeman? He's been on base 3 times.
So Matt Fletcher, who was rolling through much of his few innings of work, allowed the solo shot, and now his second hit as there's a stolen base attempt. He's going to get in there in time, so that's Freeman advancing to second. And Brinker really didn't do a bad job fielding that. He was just not going to catch up with Freeman, who had phenomenal speed.
First stolen base of the season for Freeman.
Fletcher deals that one outside to Hare. And it's 3-0, so Fletcher has allowed his second hit and is a pitch away from his third walk. He deals that one outside for a 4-pitch walk, and now runners on first and second with nobody out. And Matt Fletcher is in danger here to start the bottom of the 5th.
The shortstop.
Yeah, not how he wanted to start this inning, and pitching coach will come out for the Schooners, trying to calm Fletcher down.
Dennis Long, the owner and pitching coach of the Schooners, having a word. You have to wonder what the plan is here because you're down by 4. You have the game tonight. Do you sub in somebody now to take care of this situation or stick with Fletcher for another inning or maybe 2? Try to keep that bullpen rested as it's Santosh Gautam warming up in the Newport pen. Schooners have seen a lot of him. He recorded 2 saves in the 2 complete game appearances that these 2 teams have had. Fletcher trying to get out of this one now. Deals upstairs for his 5th straight ball. 1-0.
Yeah, we saw Sider up earlier in like the 2nd inning or 3rd inning, and now we see Gotham. Don't know if he'll be the next guy to come in because Hunter's been pitching very well.
That one's skied. Foul by Beckstein. And it's 1-1. Fletcher deals that one just a bit outside, and it's 2-1. Beckstein is hitting .324 on the season in 11 games. And now that makes the count 3-1. So Fletcher a pitch away from getting the bases loaded here. Looks back the runner, now he deals, and that's chopped right towards the shortstop, Naviak, who gets it to second for 1 to first in time for the double play. So Freeman moves over to third, but Hare and Beckstein are out. That was Naviak to Kirkpatrick over to Moran for a very nifty 6-4-3 to ease the pressure on Fletcher and help that aforementioned bullpen situation. And that brings up the 8-hitter now, Brian Brecker. Ground into a fielder's choice his last time up. Waits on the first 2 pitches. It's 2-0. Brecker has 6 hits on the year, scoring a run, knocking in 3. His teammate Freeman 90 feet away. Fletcher misses just off the corner, and it's 3-0 again. 2 outs, 5-1 goals. Trying to make it 6-1. Fletcher gets that one in the zone for a strike. It's 3-1. His windup and pitch are inside ball 4. And Brecker's aboard with his 2nd walk of the game, putting runners on the corners with 2 outs for Noah Smith.
It looked like Fletcher was going to get out of this after getting that double play, but now putting more pressure on him. As you said, Andrew, Brecker on at first. Staying at third is Freeman, and Gulls with a chance to break this game wide open.
Fletcher delivers one that's chopped by Smith for a foul ball, and this is an opportunity now. Fletcher ahead in the count can work himself to a strikeout and prevent any further damage. Runners at the corners. Fletcher delivers, and that's off of Brinker's helmet. He's going to go have a word. 0-2, perhaps walking off that foul as well.
Oh, yeah, no, that is definitely all that. And I'll tell you what, Brinker's been taking a beating behind the plate today. I mean, this is probably the 4th or 5th time that
I've heard a ball clang off of either his helmet or his shin guard. But I mean, catchers don't get enough credit for the hard work that they do behind the plate, how much influence they have on the game in terms of what the pitcher throws and what balls get stopped in the dirt when the runners advance. I mean, there's just so much pressure on them and so much hard work that they do.
There's a big swing and a miss from Smith as Fletcher gets out of the inning. But it was a loud inning for Newport. No runs on 1 hit, no error, 2 stranded. As we head to the 6th inning, still 5-1 goals.
Fay Vincent Senior Cup begins on Monday, July 31st, when the 2023 New England League playoffs will get underway. This year's postseason will feature an 8-team bracket with 3 rounds of best-of-3 series to determine the league champion. Whether you're an island resident or planning a summer getaway, the fastest way to get to the Cape and Islands is by taking the New England League's preferred partner, the Steamship Authority Ferry. Visit steamshipauthority.com for more information. Fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8. Purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. The choice of Major League All-Stars is now the official batting gloves of the New England League, Bruce Bolt. Bruce Bolt batting gloves are handmade by skilled craftsmen using 100% real Cabretta leather. The stitching, materials, and unique design make these the best-fitting, most durable batting gloves in baseball. For more information, visit brucebolt.us. That's brucebolt.us.
We are back here for the start of the 6th inning here at Newport. Still 5-1 goals, but we do have a pitching change. Quinton, you want to introduce us?
Yeah, sure. That is Santosh Gautam, and the Schooners certainly very familiar with him. Gautam actually made his first 2 appearances of the season against the Schooners and only allowed 1 run through 7 innings, and it's been much of the same against the rest of the NECBL for him. He has only given up 2 earned runs in 20 innings this year in the NECBL, 20 strikeouts compared to 3 walks, which is, I think, the most impressive stat that Santosh Gautam has. 20 strikeouts to 3 walks, just impeccable control. He's also a strikeout pitcher, so should be fun to watch him go today. All of his outings this year have been at least 3 innings, so expect him to at least get the Gulls through the 7th, maybe even the 8th inning, depending on how things go. But with the weather the way it is, how hot it is, and with Gautam having pitched since June 27th, don't know how long he'll go, but it should be fun to watch him pitch.
He looked stellar in his 2 saves against Mystic. He's going to try to go a bit longer than that as Landon Moran chops the first pitch foul. Moran, great 2-way prospect. He committed to Florida when he was only in 8th grade and then decided to head closer to home to Stetson, where he was the Hatter Newcomer of the Year. Watches that one go to even the count at 1-1. His scouting report said he has a phenomenal eye and great discipline. We've seen that on display all season. That one's high. You didn't need much of an eye to tell that was outside. It's 2-1. Got him, one of those pitchers who pitches like a closer and does get the saves, but he has more longevity and can go longer into games, which is very important in a doubleheader. But he's down 3-1 to Moran, who has, again, excellent discipline. Deals the 3-1, and Moran's going to head to first with a walk. Leadoff walk-off of Gautam puts Moran, who has a lot of speed, in at first for Sam Kirkpatrick, the starting second baseman today. And as I mentioned, first pitch swinger and a big choke hitter.
And of course, I talk about how good Santosh Gautam is at throwing strikes, how good a control he has, and then of course, he walks the leadoff man in his first batter.
Kirkpatrick squared to bunt, then took it back for ball one, and that strike to walk ratio definitely looking a little different now. But he's going to look to keep his earned runs low. Gautam delivers low for ball two, and that's going to prompt the meeting between Brecker and Gautam. Kirkpatrick, a formidable hitter. He will shock you with a bunt, as you almost saw him do here. He will poke a hit down the line, little blooper, or he could even homer. He does it all. Again, the comparison that I've been sticking with, Jeff McNeil of the Mets. He's going to look to score Moran. Moran is a threat to steal. Gautam ignores the threat, delivers a strike, and it's 2-1. Gautam already dealing again, and Kirkpatrick bloops that one to the infield. Beckstein gets under it and makes the catch for the first out.
I think he was debating when that ball was in the air, whether to just let that drop and get the lead runner out or to just make the catch altogether. He eventually did make the catch, but if it wasn't for Kirkpatrick running it down the line, that could have been an easy double play because Beckstein could have just let it drop, throw it to second, and then throw it to first. So nice job by Kirkpatrick to run the ball out.
The Schooners very aware of all of those small ball details, as there's a strike to Maddox Delana, 0-1. They have done that themselves, letting the ball fall at the right moments, knowing when not to let it fall, and they have made teams suffer on defense, but they were the victims of it there. As there's a big swing and miss from Delana, and it's 0-2. Gautam winds up with the 0-2, and that's up at the head of Delana. 1-2. Delana, one of 4 Yukon Huskies on this team. Must have had a phenomenal March and April over up at Stores watching the basketball team win March Madness. Watches that one, 2-2. It's him, Drew Crone, Tommy Ellison, and Jude Abadessa, the Yukon Huskies, staying in state. As there goes Moran, and he's in there. That's the throw goes to the outfield. He's going to take third base. Great heads-up base running from Landon. Moran gives the Schooners their first runner at third this evening. And Delana struck out at the same time. And that is going to bring up the aforementioned Yukon Husky, Drew Crone.
And Moran getting into second. That's a stolen base. He gets to third on the error by Brecker. So we've seen over the last couple innings, Brecker throwing somebody out, but then also committing an error there.
Crone dribbles one up the foul line. If he can beat it, the run scores, and it will. The bleeder gets the run in, and the Schooners make it 5-2.
At this point, if you're the Schooners, just trying to take them any way you can. That one just placed perfectly by Crone. Wasn't hit hard, but that one hit will show up in the box score tomorrow as a line drive. Doesn't matter how they get them, just matters that they do get them.
It's Matt Brinker up now. He checks his swing. And it's 0-1. A nice hit there from Crone. It was too slow for Smith to get there in time. There's strike 2 to Brinker. And you knew no matter what that Moran was going to score on that. It was just a matter of if the throw to retire the side would beat him out and cancel the run. Check swing, he did not go around. It's 1-2 with 2 away. That is the first run of this afternoon, but the second run of the game after the Bobby Marsh homer back on June 12th. Deuces Wild on the board now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Mystic having just scored its second run, trying to drive in the second run of the inning. The pitch from Gotham, swing and a miss, and he got him. So the Schooners get a run on 1 hit, 1 error, 1 stranded. After an inning of solid ones, it's 5-2, Newport heading to the bottom of the 6th.
NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8, purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule.
On Sunday, July 23rd, the NECBL's best will head to historic Fraser Field in Lynn, Massachusetts for the 2023 NECBL All-Star Game presented by Metro Credit Union. Don't miss the marquee event of the summer. Visit asg23.necbl.com for more information. The choice of Major League All-Stars is now the official batting gloves of the New England League, Bruce Bolt. Bruce Bolt batting gloves are handmade by skilled craftsmen using 100% real Cabretta leather. The stitching, materials, and unique design make these the best-fitting, most durable batting gloves in baseball. For more information, visit brucebolt.us. That's brucebolt.us.
Welcome back to historic Cardines Field. The Mystic Schooners are down 5-2 to the Newport Gulls as we get set to start off the bottom of the 6th. Matt Fletcher still out on the mound, facing the top of the order once again in Nico Brini. And that one's immediately smacked into center right. Naviak can't get there. And Brini aboard yet again. His 3rd hit of this game is a leadoff single into left center that gets between a trio of Schooners for Sam Colasingham. Fletcher's going to throw back to first, concerned about Brini, and he got him! The pickoff eases the workload for Fletcher, making this a less scary inning for the Schooners. Very heads-up play. He looked like he was starting to wind up. I think that's what threw off Brini.
Always got to watch the lefties. They have typically great pickoff moves.
Colasingham skies that one foul. That might go back to the street. And it's 0-1. Great heads-up play by Fletcher. Winds up now. Colasingham skies another one foul. It's 0-2. So this was about to be no one out and 1 on. And if Fletcher can get the strikeout here, it'll be 2 outs, no on in a matter of about a minute or 2. Fletcher winding up in deals in the dirt for ball 1. Fletcher winding up with the 1-2, and that's smacked through the gap, a base hit. So this inning won't be as simple as I imagined for the Schooners, as there is the 3rd hit of the game for Colasingham. And he is aboard with the single with 1 out for Trent Farquhar.
How about the first 2 batters of the game for the Gulls? 3 hits apiece.
That pitch outside, a nice stop by Brinker prevents the runner Colasingham from taking second base. Fletcher has pitched 4 innings now and allowed 4 hits. That one skied foul. That's going to the street. Fields like Wakefield have the threat of balls hitting your parked car, but Newport, you've got to watch out if you're on the road here, as this is the main road coming into downtown.
Not even that, just the people walking down here as well.
That's another point. A lot of foot traffic downtown Newport. Gorgeous downtown Newport. Another scenic drive on the bridge. Never hurts, but if you're driving by during a game or even walking by, gotta watch out. Two and 0, 1 out now. Colasingham at first. Fletcher deals, and that one's poked down the right field line, and that's going to drop fair. Colasingham's going to pace himself over to third. They might rule this a ground rule double. It's a double either way, but it went into Mystics' bullpen.
And it is a ground rule double, and there's not really a lot of space down that left field line in foul territory. And whenever a ball is slicing down that left field line, it almost always goes into that bullpen area. And there's a line of demarcation there, and once it crosses that line, it's automatically out of play. And we've seen a handful of balls this year go out of play over there.
One of the quirks of this ballpark, the bullpen's right on the field, but not like how they have it out at, say, Tropicana Field. It's well down the foul line, and with very little space between foul territory, the bullpen, and the field of play, as one of the Schooners pitchers is a few feet, maybe 2 feet away from fair territory sitting out there. It's a ballpark with a ton of quirks, and any true baseball fan would love seeing a game here. But regardless, it's Michael Anderson now with runners on second and third, and he skies that one. Handel's going to get under it, making the catch. He's going to throw in, and it was a dart. And that's going to hold Colasingham at third, very wisely stopping in his tracks once he saw how Handel was coming in. If he had to back up on that, I don't think he would have made the throw, but the momentum he had from coming in definitely helped him make that throw, which prevented a run.
Yeah, Colasingham would have been gunned down at home plate, so wise decision by Colasingham to stay at third, and now going to test your luck with Colton Freeman, who's been on base all 3 times in this game.
2 outs now. Farquhar at second, Colasingham at third. 5-2 Newport, which was almost the final score of their first matchup, which was 5-3. That one misses low for ball 1. Fletcher's wind up and pitch. In there for a strike. Evens count at 1-1. Anderson with 5 runs and 6 hits, driving in 5. Trying to drive in a few more here. And he skies that one. Getting there and making the catch at the fence was Crone to save a pair of runs. A phenomenal jumping catch at the fence. Saves the run and ends this inning. So no runs on 3 hits, no errors, 2 stranded. We are through 6 at Cardines. Still 5-2 goals.
Third, the NECBL's best will head to historic Frazier Field in Lynn, Massachusetts for the 2023 NECBL All-Star Game presented by Metro Credit Union. Don't miss the marquee event of the summer. Visit asg23.necbl.com for more information. The choice of Major League All-Stars is now the official batting gloves of the New England League, Bruce Bolt. Bruce Bolt batting gloves are handmade by skilled craftsmen using 100% real Cabretta leather. The stitching, materials, and unique design make these the best fitting, most durable batting gloves in baseball. For more information, visit brucebolt.us. That's brucebolt.us. Fans, stay connected by following the New England League on all of our social media channels. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/NECBL. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at the NECBL. And subscribe to our YouTube channel as well.
Back here at Cardines Field, we get set to start the 7th inning, and I'm going to pass things along to Quentin Pelzel, the voice of the Newport Gulls, to take you through the final 3 frames here at Cardines.
Thank you, Andrew. I appreciate that. Terrific job in the middle innings. Got to see some action. Nice defensive plays. Got a couple runs scored in between those 4th, 5th, and 6th innings. As that one is skied into shallow left. Out goes Beckstein. In is Caliscum, slides, and he makes the grab. Nice catch by Sam Caliscum, and there's one away.
We already have a pair of Web Gem candidates within the last 2 batters here. My goodness. The leather is being flashed here in the middle of this one.
Yeah, really nice catch by Caliscum. Got a good jump, and Beckstein wasn't going to get there. The only play was for Caliscum, and he made it. So there is one away as Addison Kopak swings of the first pitch, grounds one to third. Smith plays the long hop and throws on to first. There's 2 away.
So the Schooners making early contact here, just not getting the results that they wanted.
Gotham is making quick work of the top of the lineup for the Schooners. Gotham, the 3rd pitcher used by the Gulls in this game. 2nd pitcher today because of this resumed game that stems from June 12th. We are playing a full game for Game 1. There is Game 2 scheduled on the ground to the right side. Farquhar in on it, throws on to first, and a 5-pitch inning for Santosh Gotham as he is through the top of the 7th. We're stretching here at Cardines. It is the Newport Gulls 5 and the Mystic Schooners 2 on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Fans, stay connected by following the New England League on all of our social media channels. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/NECBL. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at the NECBL. And subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. Did you know that the NECBL plays over 40 games in under 2 months? That's a lot of baseball to stay on top of. If you want to make sure you don't miss a thing, sign up for the official NECBL newsletter, providing updates emailed directly to you, highlighting the best of the week that was. Don't miss out. Sign up at NECBL.com today. Over 225 NECBL alumni have gone on to play Major League Baseball, including World Series MVPs Jeremy Pena and Steven Strasburg. With 13 teams in 6 scenic New England communities, the NECBL offers the most entertaining and competitive amateur wooden bat summer baseball in the country. Now celebrating over a quarter of a century of excellence, the New England League showcases baseball's brightest stars as they keep their eyes on their dream. For current team information, rosters, and schedules, visit NECBL.com.
Back here at Cardines, 7th inning stretch. As we head to the bottom of the 7th, new pitcher on the mound for the Schooners will be the right-hander, Nicholas Kanata. Gulls have seen Kanata a handful of times. So Kanata, the 3rd pitcher used by the Schooners. Nick DiCarlo started the game, went an inning and a third, gave up 4 hits, 4 runs, 3 walks, and no strikeouts. Matt Fletcher actually pitched pretty well. Only gave up 1 run through 4 2/3, had 4 walks, 4 strikeouts. So he'll leave. Certainly did his job coming into the game, and now it's Kanata.
For a pitcher, a relief pitcher, to pitch 4.2 while being down by 4, very impressive work there.
First pitch from Kanata to Tyler Hare is in there for a strike. I said that the Gulls have faced Kanata a handful of times. He's made a handful of appearances. This is his 4th outing of the year. Previous 3 were starts, so he's certainly capable of going long. He's gone at least 2 innings in all 3 of his outings this year. The 1-1 to Hare is going to be outside, 2-1.
His best outing came at the Vineyard in a 6-3 win. He pitched 2.2, not allowing a run on 1 hit, striking out 2 and only walking 2. And then he pitched in the 6-2 Ocean State loss just last week.
Off the end of the bat, nub to the left side, third baseman Delana throws to first. Nice pick over there by Moran, and there's 1 down.
Seen some nice fielding so far in this game, particularly in the last few innings. And Delana has been quietly having a pretty nice day in the field.
Yeah, he's made a nice plays. He started a couple of double plays so far and made that long throw to first there. Now it's Beckstein as Delana pinches in on the grass. And that's a strike to Beckstein, 0-1. Beckstein so far tonight 0 for 2. Walked and scored. Struck out and then grounded into a double play. That pitch fouled down the right field line. Right fielder over into the corner. Handle won't have room as actually Beckstein is retired, so Handel did have room down the right field line. Can't really see anything, but Beckstein is out. F9 if you're keeping score at home, and there's 2 away.
Yeah, you've got to give us a break here. We are positioned exactly where the first base foul line corner disappears behind the warehouse over there in right field. And with the fences and the cameras, even the scoreboard's hard to see at times.
Yeah, that's the only negative about sitting right here behind home plate. Kind of up a little bit, but still we are at the mercy of that warehouse that is still in play here at Cardines. Another quirk, as Andrew was talking about. That one is a little bit low, 2-0 to Brecker.
This ballpark has so much history. Babe Ruth being said to have hit here. There's even a legend about Satchel Paige sitting right between the 2 dugouts, inventing new pitches back in the day. And this ballpark actually played a big role during COVID, as a lot of players, including David Robertson of the New York Mets, came and joined this summer league here for any age adults. Even Addison Kopak took a little time there, as there's a walk. I'll continue the story in a second.
I did not know that, actually. That's a pretty good story there. I know that there was a league here, and I think Mike Falcone, actually, who is the director of player ops, he had a hand in a league. I don't know if it's the same league, but I know he did start his own summer league during COVID, and that one comes up and in and hits Noah Smith. So now, back-to-back pitches, the Gulls have 2 runners on as Brecker is into second and Smith is on for the first time today.
Yeah, this got away from Kanata very quickly. He's a senior at Endicott. He was pitcher of the week twice in 2022 in the Triple C conference. He was also rookie of the week the year before. And he was all first team in his conference in 2022. He's trying to get out of this inning.
From Endicott, as here is Nico Brini, one of the hottest hitters, not only on the Gulls, but in the NECBL, will step to the plate. 1-0.
Back on the Sunset League thing, funny enough, you know where I found that out? The Mets game day program.
Really? And that one is flied into center. We'll talk more about that next inning as Brini flies out. So Gulls, no runs, 2 runners left on. And we will head to the 8th here at Cardines. It is the Gulls 5 and the Schooners 2 on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
First thing Bruce felt was quality, the consistency, knowing that when I take them out, they're going to be the same every time. And the second was to be able to see kids all over the country wearing the gloves that I designed. That's one of the coolest parts of this.
I'm turning dreams into reality. In the lab with the formula and chemistry. The memories spark and motivate and make the industry shake. We put the bars in the place. I'm talking one chance at best, yes. Painting pictures for the culture, keep the brushes fresh. Flip the camera, but the drummer passion never rests. Freedom is our teacher under pressure, now we blessed. Yeah, it's one art, one shot, now the future is yours. Let's go.
PACE is a health plan that lets mom live at home and gives her the care and support she has to have. PACE has been a real lifesaver for her and for me.
Contact PACE, the statewide health plan for aging well at home.
Back at Cardine, Santosh got him back to the mound. Yet again, he has been terrific. Did give up one run. That was back in the 7th inning. But other than that, he has been great in his 2+ innings that he's been out there. Will be on for his 3rd inning of work. 2 innings, 1 run, no walks. Or 1 walk and 2 strikeouts so far. That run that Gotham gave up in the 7th is unearned. So to this point, he has now thrown 22 innings and only given up 2 earned runs. It'll be Mike Bello due up. Bello, Moran, and Kirkpatrick. And the first pitch from Gotham is in there for a strike, 0-1. Quinton Pelzel, Alexandra Shaw, and Andrew Fiore with you. Thank you for spending your July 5th with us, as that one is low, 1-1, and hopefully you had a terrific July 4th with friends and family. Hope you ate a lot of burgers, hot dogs, and enjoying the sun while it was out earlier in the day, if you live in this area, because, I mean, we know we were here in Newport last night, and it was pouring.
It honestly felt like the whole stadium shook at one point. There was this one thunder that just was insane.
Oh, those were some of the loudest thunder cracks that I think I've ever heard in my life. And
wow.
That is not an exaggeration. We were right under the rotunda here, so don't really know if it's that safe, but it was as safe as we're going to get. As Bello swings and misses and strikes out, there's one away here in the 8th.
Well, the Schooners lucked out because the game was called at about 11:30 because they knew they didn't have the tarp out. They forgot to put it out, and we knew early that we were getting 4th of July off.
That must be nice.
And another thing, the rain actually cleared up where I was by about 5 p.m. So Newport didn't get the lucky end of 4th of July.
Later in the day, it was nice, but there was that good 3-hour window of just complete downpour.
Yeah, when I first woke up yesterday, it was raining out, and then I was like, you know what, maybe we won't play, and then it stopped raining, and like you said, it was beautiful out.
Yeah, later in the night when everyone was starting to kind of go out in downtown Newport, it was gorgeous. It was just a nice sun after a storm.
2-1 to Moran, swing and a miss, 2-2.
The golden hour was also great over in Westerly, Rhode Island, and I'm sure where the Schooners play as well in Norwich.
2-2, reached 4, fouled away, still 2-2. I believe the city of Newport got ahead of canceling the fireworks last night. They're actually going to be tonight, I believe.
Tonight, yeah. And then other places aren't doing them until the weekend.
But it's an absolutely gorgeous day here in Newport. The sun has been out all day, not a cloud in the sky. As we are set for 2 games here. Game 1 will be a full 9-inning game, which we are currently in the 8th as Moran takes a called strike 3. Chalk that up as the 4th strikeout of the game for Gotham in 2 innings plus. Moran down looking, and here comes Sam Kirkpatrick.
And Moran started going on that. He thought he had it. It was a little bit looking like he was running outside. It's a little hard to tell at this angle, but the umpire has the final say, and he decided it was a strike.
Kirkpatrick tries to bunt for a hit. Instead, it's foul, and the count is 0-1. Kirkpatrick tonight is 0 for 3. Trying to get on base any way he can with the Schooners down by 3. They need 2 base runners to get the tying run to the plate. And Andrew, you mentioned it, Gotham does have 2 saves on the year. This could potentially be one of those save situations where he comes in to start the 6th inning and just goes all the way. Picks up the save. Not your prototypical closer who comes in just for 1 inning. Instead, he's more of the long relief type. Out of the windup, the 0-1. Check swing. Did he go? He did not.
And I think that 4-pitch inning definitely helped make that decision a little bit easier for Newport.
Swing and a miss as Kirkpatrick flails at the breaking ball. 1-2. Yeah, Gotham does, even though he's struck out as many batters as he has thrown innings pitched, he still pitches to a lot of contact and does not pitch to contact there as Kirkpatrick strikes out. Gotham strikes out the side here in the 8th. Middle of the 8th here at Cardines. 5-2 Gulls lead.
Over 225 NECBL alumni have gone on to play Major League Baseball, including World Series MVPs Jeremy Pena and Steven Strasburg. With 13 teams in 6 scenic New England communities, the NECBL offers the most entertaining and competitive amateur wooden bat summer baseball in the country. Now celebrating over a quarter of a century of excellence, the New England League showcases baseball's brightest stars as they keep their eyes on their dream. For current team information, rosters, and schedules, visit NECBL.com. The chase for the Fay Vincent Senior Cup begins on Monday, July 31st, when the 2023 New England League playoffs will get underway. This year's postseason will feature an 8-team bracket with 3 rounds of best-of-3 series to determine the league champion. Whether you're an island resident or planning a summer getaway, the fastest way to get to the Cape and Islands is by taking the New England League's preferred partner, the Steamship Authority Ferry. Visit steamshipauthority.com for more information.
To the bottom of the 8th we go. Quinton Pelzel, Alexandra Shaw, and Andrew Fiore with you as the Gulls have a 5-2 lead here in Game 1 of a doubleheader between Newport and Mystic. It'll be Calisagam coming to the plate along with Farquhar and Anderson against Nick Kanata, who's back out there for his 2nd inning of work. Kanata out of the windup, deals to Calisagam outside, 1-0. Gulls trying to improve to 19-4 on the season with a win as Calisagam goes around on the nice breaking ball by Kanata, and it's 1-1. A loss would bump the Schooners down to 6 games back and a 12-9 record, as that one is going to be boxed at the plate. 2-1. Calisagam so far today is 3 for 4. Had a home run from the right side of the plate. Also hit a single from the left side. It was an RBI single in the 2nd inning. So how good must it feel for Calisagam to have 3 hits coming from each side today? He is in his zone. He's been one of the best hitters on this Gulls team all season long, batting .389 now after those 3 hits. And he is on base for the 4th time as he draws a leadoff walk.
You have to wonder if Kanata just got behind in the count and then realized instead of risking a mistake, he just let him have the base. The hot hand does matter, even in baseball.
And I apologize, too. I said 3 for 4, I believe, to Calisagam. He's actually 3 for 3. The first at-bat was taken by Dakota Jordan back on June 12th when this game first started. And and Cliscum is 3 for 3. So Cliscum now on base 4 times, out of 4 plate appearances, and now it's Farquhar, who so far today is 1 for 2. He was hit by a pitch and doubled. Throw to first, and Cliscum is back in.
And this is his first appearance against the Schooners. His first game was June 9th, and he didn't play again until the day after the rainout here. So his first look at the Schooners has been a productive one.
Yeah, and Farquhar is another one of those players who have been extremely productive for this Gulls team. Batting even 300 now as that one is cracked out to deep right center field. Back goes the center fielder, Crone, and it is gone. A home run for Trent Farquhar. Home run number 3. And the Gulls extend their lead. It is now 7-2 Newport.
That was very similar to Colissingham's blast to that shallow corner, and you've got to have good power to get over that fence, and both of these hitters have.
That was absolutely smoked to that right center field area where Sam Colissingham previously hit his home run. But 7-2, and now we got a pinch hitter for Michael Anderson. It'll be the Gulls outfielder, Anthony D'Onofrio. D'Onofrio takes a ball inside, 1-0.
The batter is number 26, Anthony D'Onofrio of Quinnipiac University.
So D'Onofrio getting his first at-bat of this game.
He is batting for...
And now he'll head down to first as it hit him right in the leg. Now the umpire is saying that it did not hit him, and what's going on here?
Yeah, I didn't get a good look at it, but everyone reacted as if he got hit, and I guess the umpire changed his mind.
It looked like he almost like tripped over it, like from this angle. Like it's just like the way he kind of jumped over the ball, other than like it necessarily hitting him.
Well, he certainly got me fooled, and that one's in there for a strike. That's Chris Lima behind the plate saying that D'Onofrio did not get hit by the pitch. 2-1, swung on and missed. Healthy cut by D'Onofrio, trying to park that one into nearby town of Middletown. 2-2, swung on, fouled it away. That'll reach the road.
Those pitches in the dirt can always be tough to figure out because you don't know if it actually hits their foot or if it bounces up. As you were saying, they trip on it.
2-2 is slapped to the left side. Shortstop in the hole. It's going to be a long throw, but no chance to get D'Onofrio. That'll be an infield single for him. For D'Onofrio, that'll be hit number 19 on the season, which does lead the Gulls. So he is at first.
I'm sure he doesn't mind making his trip to first count as a hit rather than a hit by pitch.
Also, keep an eye on him. He has 6 stolen bases on the season, which also leads Newport. I don't know with a 5-run lead if he'll necessarily be too aggressive, but we'll see as Freeman fouls off the first pitch he sees. 0-1. And Freeman has had a great day at the plate. 1 for 2. He's also walked twice, and now here comes pitching coach to the mound for the Schooners to talk with Kanata. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th. 2 runs have scored on a 2-run shot by Trent Farquhar, infielder from Michigan State. Gulls are certainly happy to have him back in the orange and blue this year.
You know, heading to the 9th, this game would have been within reach for the Schooners. Only a 3-run deficit. It wouldn't have been easy by any means, but at least it would have been close. But now the disastrous inning puts it back to a 5-run lead for the Gulls. It would take a lot for the Schooners to come back in just one frame.
D'Onofrio inching out his lead, held on by Moran. Pitch fouled back to the screen, and it's 0-2. Definitely makes it a lot harder, but we have seen stranger things to happen. The way that Santosh Gautam is throwing, though, I think, even a 1-run lead would be safe.
Right.
0-2 in the dirt.
can't get enough pitchers like Gotham on any squad that can pitch at such a high level for however many innings they want.
Be a 1-2, and there goes D'Onofrio. It's fouled back. Freeman had to protect, so D'Onofrio will have to go back to first. Still 1-2. Both of these teams have enjoyed very good pitching performances this year. The Gulls first in the NECBL and ERA. The Schooners fourth. And that's really why they've been in these games.
Thanks a lot to Everett Catlett and Bo Baker.
1-2, fouled back as D'Onofrio was off again. So D'Onofrio getting his sprints in.
Yeah, the Gulls haven't gotten a look at Baker or Catlett so far this year. Catlett went 6 no-hit innings against Danbury, and then was an out away from doing the same thing against Keene. He's been stellar this year, and Baker as well has been racking up wins. He just got the win against Ocean State. Maybe it has something to do with that back-and-forth win pattern the Schooners have been on.
1-2, there goes D'Onofrio. Popped up behind the plate. Brinker hoping for a play. It'll go out of play. And once again, D'Onofrio will have to head back to first as he is visibly tired.
I think everybody's tired with this heat playing out there. We're lucky we're in the shade, but those players, particularly the ones who have been putting in the work for multiple innings.
I think D'Onofrio goes again for the 4th straight time.
I think so.
He does not, and that comes in and hits him. That did not sound good. That got hand or wrist, and obviously Freeman is in a lot of pain right now.
You hate to see that happen because these guys are just trying to get some more experience at the plate, but you have to keep in mind these summer leagues, there is an added risk of injury, and you just hate to see when that happens. But luckily, Freeman heads over to first, doing okay, and that's what you want to see regardless of what team you root for.
Exactly. It looks like Freeman, at least for now, will shake it off, and he'll be at first. It'll be Tyler Hare, the batter, who has been on base twice. He has walked, and he's grounded out. Kanata still in. Runners at second and first, so in the end, D'Onofrio does get to second base. And there's time called as the shortstop, JT Naviak, comes in. Talks to Kanata, give him a couple extra seconds. Maybe pick up on something that he saw. Still nobody out here in the 9th inning. 2 runs home for the Gulls. Big hit of the inning, a 2-run shot by Trent Farquhar. D'Onofrio followed with an infield single as that pitch is smoked out to left center field. Bello on the run, he'll look up, and it's going to one-hop the wall. D'Onofrio rounds third, he'll head home to score. Freeman right behind him, throw comes in, not in time. And it's going to be a 2-run double for Tyler Hare. It is now 9-2 in favor of the Gulls.
What a fantastic piece of hitting there. That had some carry to him, was also smoked to the fence. If that fence was a bit shorter, it would have had a shot at it. But regardless, it got 2 runs at the plate, and now the doors have officially been blown off.
It is a 4-run inning, and before Kanata throws another pitch, his game will come to an end.
I think Freeman was just like waiting for that one because the last couple of innings where he was on third base, every time he was there, he was ready to go home, and then they got that third out, and he never got a chance. So I think just now he got a little impatient, and then you saw him just like coming up, and he was just very determined to get to home plate in time.
Freeman was not taking a no for an answer, rounding third. He was determined to get home. We will step aside momentarily. When we come back, we'll have the info on the new pitcher and the rest of the 8th inning for you. So stay right here on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Fans, the NECBL's Broadcast Network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8, purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule.
On Sunday, July 23rd, the NECBL's best will head to historic Fraser Field in Lynn, Massachusetts for the 2023 NECBL All-Star Game presented by Metro Credit Union. Don't miss the marquee event of the summer. Visit asg23.necbl.com for more information. The choice of Major League All-Stars is now the official batting gloves of the New England League, Bruce Bolt. Bruce Bolt batting gloves are handmade by skilled craftsmen using 100% real Cabretta leather. The stitching, materials, and unique design make these the best-fitting, most durable batting gloves in baseball. For more information, visit brucebolt.us. That's brucebolt.us.
And we are back at Cardines. At the bottom of the 8th inning continues. Pitcher on the mound for the Schooners. It'll be the right-hander, Jude Abadessa. Fourth pitcher used by the Schooners today.
Yeah, Abadessa's out of UConn. And as I mentioned, he had experience not only in the Little League World Series, but winning it. His hometown is Endicott, New York. He won the Little League World Series on New York's Maine Endwell Little League team. He was the academic scholar athlete in high school and was a member of the National Honor Society and graduated summa cum laude before heading to UConn, where he appeared in 10 games in his first season, 6.2 innings, striking out 7.
Getting a nice little cup of coffee in his freshman year with UConn. Came in the same recruiting class as Nico Brini, who is on the Gulls.
How about this for a debut? His first collegiate game was against Ohio State.
0-1, breaking ball swung on and missed, 0-2. Abadessa's last appearance came on June 27th at Ocean State. Went 2 innings, did not allow a run, 2 hits, no walks, and 3 strikeouts. So he's looking to continue that here against Beckstein with runners, or just a runner at second. That's Tyler Hare. Beckstein flies it into center field. Crone is under it. He'll make the grab. Hare will draw the throw, and it's going to be cut off. So 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th.
Schooners needed to get an out on the board, and for Abadessa, it's great that it's the first batter he faces, but when you're losing 9-2, you've just got to stop the bleeding by any means necessary, especially heading into Game 2 of the doubleheader.
So Abadessa restores order, at least for the moment, as Brian Brecker is the batter, and there is a wide open hole on the right side of the infield as Brecker takes a strike, 0-1. The second baseman, Kirkpatrick, playing behind Tyler Hare at second. Shortstop JT Napiak is way over in the hole on the left side. So Schooner is playing the shift on Brecker as he tries to go the other way and fouls it off. It's 0-2.
That the light pole, that was belted. Very hard hit. We've seen a lot of hard hit balls from this Gulls team.
Yeah, we have. I think that's the first time that we've seen it clang off of the iron light pole out there. With 2 strikes now, Kirkpatrick moves more towards the natural second base position. Still a really big hole on the right side, though. That bounces to the plate, blocked by the catcher Brinker, but not before Hare will advance to third. That's a tough pitch to block, as it's a wild pitch going to be charged to Abadessa.
And Brinker was actually able to get that in front of him, but it was too powerful. And as you said, that was hard to stop no matter what. But his effort was there.
So Brecker with a runner at third, less than 2 away. Gulls with 4 runs home here in the 8th to make it 9-2. 1 out, 2-strike pitch from Abadesa. Popped up foul behind the plate. It'll go out of play. In game 2, the Gulls are scheduled to have Adam Marr on the mound from UMass Dartmouth, Division III guy who has pitched extremely well this year for the Gulls. As that one is swung on and missed, strike 3, 2 down. And then for the Schooners, they're projected to have Ryan Schweed on the mound. He's also from Endicott.
Third baseman, number 14, Noah Smith.
Just like Kanata was, who was the previous pitcher for the Schooners. Noah Smith now the batter. Infield will move back. The pitch is going to be a little outside or high, 1-0.
For Abadesa to be able to come in after the floodgates were opened and elicit 2 outs immediately, be a good confidence booster.
Yeah, pretty impressive. As Abadesa goes a wild pitch. Here comes Hare for the plate, and that'll be run number 10. As Tyler Hare crosses home, it is a 5-run 8th inning and an 8-run lead now for the Gulls, 10-2.
With how in control of this game Newport's been, it feels weird even saying we entered this inning with the game only being a 3-run lead for Newport. But here we are with the score at 10-2.
Smith takes another ball, 3-0. Abadesa chucking it at 89 miles an hour. Outfield step the other way against Smith. Smith swinging 3-0, chops one. Going to be a tough play for Delena. And it'll be an infield single. Take a look at the replay there as Delena had to make a do-or-die play. Didn't even make a throw. Smith too fast as he gets his first hit of the game, and we're back to the top of the lineup. It'll be Nico Brini, the 9th batter of the inning for the Gulls. So Smith at first. The pitch from Abadesa is smoked foul down the right field line. 0-1. He has been swinging the bat extremely well today. Brini came into this game with a batting average of 206. That is only going to improve. He's now got it to 256. 3 for 5 with a run scored, an RBI. Left-hand hitter from UConn. The 0-1 is popped up. Left side of the infield. Who's going to get it? JT Naviak will make the grab. And that'll do it for the Gulls here in the 8th, but not before they score 5 runs on 4 hits, 2 runners left on. Last at-bats for the Schooners here in the 9th as the Gulls will send to the mound. It looks like Brian Hendry, and we'll have the info on him in the 9th inning when we come back. Stay with the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Fans, the NECBL's Broadcast Network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8, purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule.
On Sunday, July 23rd, the NECBL's best will head to historic Fraser Field in Lynn, Massachusetts for the 2023 NECBL All-Star Game presented by Metro Credit Union. Don't miss the marquee event of the summer. Visit asg23.necbl.com for more information.
We will head to the 9th inning in Game 1 of 2 scheduled games today between the Newport Gulls and the Mystic Schooners. Gulls with a 10-2 lead as they will go to the bullpen. It'll be Brian Hendry, the right-hander, probably the hardest thrower on this Newport Gulls pitching staff. He comes in to relieve Santosh Gautam. And for Gautam, he pitched extremely well. 3 innings, no earned runs given up, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. Did give up 1 hit. Quentin Pelzel, Alexandra Shaw, and Andrew Fiore with you. Will also be with you for Game 2, which will be coming up at 6:30. So we'll be live right around that time to bring you Game 2 between the Schooners and the Gulls. As Brian Hendry, the new pitcher for the Gulls, making his 4th appearance of the year. He has started 2 games, 2.25 earned run average. His last appearance came against Ocean State. That was a start, did not get a decision, went 4 innings, gave up a run, struck out 7, and walked 2. Hendry's first pitch, fastball outside at 96 miles an hour, and it's 1-0.
What makes this offensive performance even more impressive for Newport, looking at the runners left on base, that's up to 12 total. So you add that to the 10 runs, that's a lot of offense.
Yeah, the Gulls, they did not waste any time coming out, scoring in the 2nd inning when this game started as Hendry pours in another strike. 96 to Maddox Delena. It'll be Delena, Crone, and Brinker due up, bottom part of the order. Hendry with 13 strikeouts in 8 innings pitched. And that one is up and in. Fastball at 97, and it's 2-2. Hendry from Oklahoma State, from West Berlin, New Jersey, stands 6'4", 225. Fastball foul back. It's been nothing but heat for Hendry so far through the first 5 pitches. Certainly a candidate to be drafted later this month when the 2023 MLB first-year player draft is underway, as that one is at the knee. Strike 3 called, strikeout number 14 on the season for Hendry, and there's 1 out here in the 9th.
You could tell this kid has some speed immediately. Just not even looking at the miles an hour, you can just visually tell how he's overpowering these Schooners hitters, who have had a hard time in general off of Gautam and Hunter today.
NJ will now deal to Drew Crone, and that is the first off-speed pitch that we see of his outing, and he takes ball inside, 1-0. Crone so far today is 2 for 2. Fastball, and that's in there. 1-1. Crone singled and stole a base in the 4th and hit an RBI single in the 6th, which plated Landon Moran. Breaking ball, skips to the plate. Brecker stops it, 2-1. With a win, the Gulls will improve to 19-4 on the season, and the Schooners will drop to 12-9. This is Game 1 of a doubleheader, so we'll have Game 2 shortly after the conclusion of this one, right around 6:30, and that'll be 7 innings. 2-2, now to Crone. Brinker waiting on deck, the 2-2. Check swing, did he go? No, he did not, says the first base umpire. Craig Andriozzi, who will be behind home plate for Game 2. Swung on it, missed, strike 3. Got Crone swinging. That is now 5 straight strikeouts for Newport Gulls pitching.
That was 95 miles an hour.
Number 18, Matthew.
And that is now 9 straight Mystic Schooners retired, going back to the 6th inning. So Schooners down to their final out here in game 1, and that fastball pops the mid outside, 1-0.
Now it's Brinker who started this afternoon, looking to keep game 1 going.
That's a broken bat. Blooper in the left field. It's going to fall for a base hit. Beckstein was out there. He'll flip it into the second baseman, Trent Farquhar. And on at first with his first hit of the game is Brinker at the cost of a bat.
That was a very lucky drop for Brinker. It bled right past the lip of the outfield. And it was too soft for the outfielder Klingson to get it, but too powerful for either infielder to get to it as well.
Yeah, Brinker just showing off his strength there, getting it over the infield of Smith and Beckstein. Now back to the top of the lineup. It'll be JT Nadiak, who is 0 for 2 with a walk. He was also caught stealing back in the 5th. Hendry swung on and missed. Count now 0-2. Schooners down to their final strike. Hendry sets. Here's the pitch. Fastball. Ooh, just missed. 1-2. Do have Anthony D'Onofrio out in center field. Brini moves over to left. Colisigum at first. And Michael Anderson out of the game. The pitch swung on and missed, strike 3. And that'll do it for the Schooners in game 1. The Gulls pick up a 10-2 win over the Schooners as they improve to 19-4 on the season. The Schooners drop to 12-9. Andrew, any final thoughts before we sign off here?
Just not how these Schooners wanted this one to go. Our offense couldn't keep up, and their pitching allowed a few too many holes, especially in that 8th inning. But they have a chance to get their first win against the Gulls if they just turn it around and have very short memories as we start game 2 of the doubleheader.
And Allie, you have anything else to add before we sign off?
I just think that the Gulls have a very good dynamic between the outfielders and just how they play certain shots, and I just thought that they did a really great job tonight.
Yeah, just a great overall team win for the Gulls, continuing this game from June 12th. We will step aside, and in about an hour or so, we will have game 2, the start of that one. It'll be Schweed against Mar, so get up, get a drink, get some food, but keep it on here on the NECBL Broadcast Network because we'll have game 2 shortly for you. So stay with us. Thank you for listening, and we'll be back in an hour.